Public relations is essential to any organization, and the church is no exception. Whether you know it or not, your church already has a reputation in your community, and it is within your power to decide how you want to manage it. It's more important than ever for you and your church to build positive relationships with your congregation and community, and public relations is the key to achieving this. I'm Nathan Zinner, Communication Director for the Georgia-Cumberland Conference. In today's Media Minutes, we'll learn more about public relations, including the tools we can use to build stronger relationships between our churches and the community. So what is PR, and why is it so important in the church context? Public relations in the church involves building and maintaining relationships with various stakeholders, including your congregation, the general public, and the local media. Now remember, your reputation is being created whether you like it or not. People have passed by your church many times and will have a perception of your church and members based on the front sign, your building maintenance, and even the events you have on a Saturday afternoon. What do you think is their perception of your church? And what about your digital presence, such as your website and social media accounts? What are they saying about your church, and how does that compare with what you want your church to be known for? Effective PR strategies start with clearly defining your mission, vision, and values. These fundamental elements shape the church's unique character, enabling meaningful connections with the congregation and the broader community. Next, you must identify who you want to attract to your church. Understanding who you are and who you want to connect with will determine the strategies you will implement. So let's get started on the exciting part, utilizing powerful tools to create impactful public relations strategies that will elevate your church's presence and connection to new heights. First, gather your team and evaluate your current PR status. A clear understanding of who you're working with, where you are right now, and what the goal is will give you a clear path to a higher status. Here are some essential questions to answer. What are your resources? What does your team look like? And what is your budget? Once you have these three things to work with, you can decide who your audience is, and is it your church members, or more importantly, is it the community around your church? Answering this question will help you tailor your work to attract new relationships and strengthen your existing ones. Keep in mind, though, that people know you for what you do. Therefore, you can strengthen your PR by using various communication channels to inform people about what you do and who you are, including your website, social media, and local news. Let's first look at building a good and accessible website. People often create a perception of your church based on just one visit to your website. There's three key elements that could strengthen your website, and number one is, can people find it easily? Does it show up at the top of a search result when people search not only your name, but churches in general in your city? Second, is it up to date with good design? Having outdated information or information that is hard to find decreases trust, while friendly, visitor-focused wording with up-to-date information will encourage people to spend more time on your site. Thirdly, be sure that key information is easy to find, including your address with a map or link to a map to get directions, your service times, contact info, and information about the church, such as who the pastor is, the ministries and services you provide, and your beliefs. Designing a good website is no easy task, but a clear, easy-to-navigate, and informative page will be worth your efforts in the long run. Now, social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram are also great for engaging with people beyond the physical church walls. Use social media to share updates, photos, and videos of the church members' activities. Make your social media a window for people to peek into your church environment. And use every post and outlet as a form of connecting and reaching out to the community. Social media is a two-way medium. It's so much more likely that people will see your church on the internet than in person, so use your social media to show them the many ways you can help them, dialogue with them. Another effective way to communicate your church's events and stories to the community is through a well-crafted press release. Let's explore how to create a press release that captures people's attention and strengthens your connection with the community. First, start with a captivating headline and an engaging introduction that covers the essential details: the who, the what, the when, the where, and the why. Include inspiring quotes from church leaders or members to make it personable and add credibility. Then share your press release with local news outlets and community organizations. Doing so will strengthen your church's ties with the community while making a splash in the local news. Now let's talk about the most hands-on way to connect with your public, being active and serving the needs of your community. Showcase your church's impact through outreach events and partnerships with other nonprofit organizations and government institutions. By collaborating with local businesses, churches can create meaningful service opportunities such as food drives, clothing drives, job fairs, community cleanups, health fairs, educational workshops, and disaster relief efforts, amongst many other possibilities. These partnerships strengthen community bonds and expand the reach and effectiveness of your service initiatives. Volunteering in the community can help the church establish itself as a respected and valued part of its community. Taking this initiative can result in increased visibility, favorable media coverage, and a positive impression of the church. Not only does this provide valuable support to vulnerable community members and foster a sense of unity and purpose among church members, but it more importantly places the church in a better position should a crisis arise. And what is a PR crisis, you ask? Well, that could be defined as any adverse event or comment about your local church or denomination that gains traction in the public sphere and could damage its reputation. It could be the result of an unhealthy practice, an accident at your church or an event, or an internal issue. Creating good PR will ensure that a tragic event will not define your church in the public's eye. Tragedies could actually rally support for the church if the church is active in the community prior to that tragedy. Otherwise, the church may be perceived as isolated, strange, or even cultish. No matter what your PR strategy is, it is crucial to listen to your members. Not only do they provide additional insights into the community you want to reach, but they are also ambassadors for the church. When members feel valued and a strong sense of community is developed, the church is more likely to accomplish its goal and make a difference in its community. By implementing these strategies, churches create an environment of open communication and foster a sense of community and belonging. The most important thing is always to emphasize that our church is a place of feeling welcome, acceptance, and love. We want to strive to create an inclusive community where people of all backgrounds and beliefs can unite to worship, learn, and grow. We hope this video has given you the tools and inspiration to make the most of public relations for your church. Then remember, public relations is only one tool in your arsenal. Thank you for watching, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And don't forget to also check out our other Media Minutes videos for resources to support your church or ministry. Until next time, keep loving people in your community.